Hi folks, this is Wemette coming to you with another Red's Bedtime Story. And believe it or not, I came up with this idea just today. I was looking back at a lot of things, and most of the guys that I knew that were outfit or associates, they chose a life of crime. And I don't know, I often wonder, did they understand that they were going to spend time in jail, it's time in prison? And as I look back at history now that I didn't know then, I look at people like Marshal Caifano. He spent half his life in jail. I look at Joseph Lombardo. I look at all the guys. I mean, they all, Tony went to jail, Tony Spilotro. But it's just a prison. But they all grabbed time. I mean, they all spent a lot of time going to prison. Milwaukee Phil, I mean, he spent a lot of time in prison. All these guys spent time in prison. And at one time or another, I mean, going back, DeStefano, you name them, they all spent time in prison. And I wonder if they thought, when I do this and choose this way of life, am I going to wind up having to do prison time or jail time? Or like Frank Collada, you know, he started out as a petty whatever. I mean, he went to juvenile home. I mean, most of these people in juvenile home when they were kids. And I look at that and I say, that's kind of odd that somebody would choose that way of life knowing that they were going to be put that way. You know, eventually they were going to be locked up and put away. It was a price they had to pay. And to me, it's a heavy price. I mean, I don't particularly like getting up and having somebody tell me when to get up, what to eat, what I'm going to eat, and whatever else is going to go on. Not to mention the crazy stuff that goes on in prison. But anyway, that's one of the things I never wrote about in my book. I just never wrote about it. I never really thought about it. I thought people would want to know different things. But I did write a book. It's called Nobody Cares and What I Did About It. And it's available at redwemette.com. That's an autographed edition. Or you can hit the picture of it anywhere. It'll bring you to a place where you can order it, and I'll autograph it directly to you. But anyway, you can get it at Amazon too. You can get it at Amazon.com or any fine bookstore will order for you, but it won't be autographed. They don't send out autographed editions. But as I look back at it, I turn around and I say, you know, I never thought about it. I never thought that I would go to prison someday. I never really thought about that. I never thought about prison time. I've asked other people about their prison time, and I always get the same answer. When somebody says, I had to do this much time, or I had to do that much time, or whatever, I said, just answer me one question. If you would have got caught for everything that you did that was illegal, everything, how much time would you be spending in prison? And you know what they all told me? They said, man, I just spent my whole life in prison. I wouldn't have got out. So anyway, this is Red. We met, and have a great evening. I hope I get this up by tonight. It's daytime now, and we'll get this out to you. Thank you. God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon.